Hello and welcome to this beginner's guide series to graphic design. From what graphic design is, skills to be a graphic designer, design theory, education you need, equipment you need, to the graphic design portfolio and interview advice. This series is for anyone at any level, so if you're interested in graphic design and consider becoming a graphic designer, then join me as I discuss a series of graphic design topics. The graphic part of graphic design is made up of visual elements, the building blocks of design. Through the harness of our artistic expression, we choose these visual elements and arrange them on a surface in a layout to convey an idea. The basic visual elements that combine to create graphic design include the following: line, colour, shape, texture, space, form, and typography. Whatever work you produce, be it for a magazine, a poster, a website, or advertisement, these visual elements will play a part in your design. In this video, I'm going to discuss the third key visual element and discuss shape as a visual element in graphic design. In this video, I will be referring to some visual diagrams. If you wish to follow along, you can download the PDF document that accompanies this series. Link is in the description. So everything is ultimately a shape. All objects are composed of shapes and all visual elements are shapes in some way. In design, shapes have two dimensions and are measured by their height and width. Shapes are defined by boundaries, such as with lines or colour, and can also be created with negative space. Shapes are used to add interest and substance to a piece of graphic design work. They can be used to decorate, they can be symbolic, and can be used to create patterns and textures. Now there are two types of shape, geometric and organic. Geometric shapes are the shapes that can be drawn using a ruler or compass. Whether simple or complex, these produce a feeling of control or order. Organic shapes are shapes that can be drawn freehand or shapes found in nature. Organic shapes, whether simple or complex, produce a natural feel. Now it's important to keep in mind that shapes are single visual elements. In design, when we begin to place shapes together, we create a relationship between them. However simple or complex, it's this relationship between shapes that can trigger feelings, convey messages, engage an audience, add emphasis to a portion of a layout, and create movement. When we group or move shapes closer or further apart, we are applying the design principle proximity. Later in this series, we will be learning all about the design principle proximity. But for now, it's important to keep in mind that proximity plays an important role when working with shapes. So in design, geometric and organic shapes can combine together on many levels to create various design elements we use to communicate. One example of this is with brand logos. In logos, shape is used in its purest form. Here are some well-known brand logos. If you want to take a closer look at these, you can find them in the downloadable PDF. The link is in the description. So here we have a mix of logos. Some are made with geometric shapes, some with organic shapes, and some with a combination of both. We have some that are single solid shapes and some that are composed of a few shapes that are placed near each other. Keep in mind that proximity is playing a crucial role here in the logos that are made with few shapes. If we were to move some of the shapes further away or closer, they would have an entirely different look and feel. So here, shape is used as a symbol. Another example where geometric and organic shapes can come together is in typography. A single letter in a typeface is a combination of geometric and organic shapes, which build together to create a larger shape, in this case the letter R. We learn from a young age that this shape, the letter R, has a meaning. When combined with other shapes, i.e. the rest of the alphabet, to form words, it is given a new meaning. And when combined with a sequence of words, we can form a sentence to pass on a message. Nowhere in design is shape used more literally to communicate visually than in typography. It's the type of shapes that combine together that give the typeface its distinct look and feel. Here, shape is again being used as a symbol. So taking a look in the PDF, here I have some more examples of how shape is used in design. In this first example, we have a group of text and a geometric shape in close proximity. Now this may look simple, but when you think about it, here we have a group of text which is made of hundreds of shapes, carefully arranged in half a circle, and next to it we have a single solid shape as another half circle. Overall, on this page we see a circle shape, even though there is no circle shape at all anywhere on this page. It's the careful arrangement of the type and the solid shape in close proximity that suggests the shape of a circle. In design, shape is indeed an individual element, but as a group, shapes can form compositions like this, and as such be treated as a visual element. Here, shape is being used to create an overall composition to create the shape. This can be seen in another example. Here we have a page with a number of random shapes. Now, if these shapes were scattered, we would just have a page of individual shapes, but arranged in a particular way with the right proximity, we start to see another shape, a number 3. Here, shape is being used to decorate, to build, illustrate, and hint at another shape on the page. Next is an example of how shape can form a recognizable image as an illustration. Now this image is made only of polygon shapes. It's the color, size, and position of each and every polygon shape that gives it an appearance to look like a Roman statue. Now if we were to separate each shape from each other even a little bit, it would no longer look like a Roman statue. This shows how proximity is crucial to represent or communicate in a composition. In this next example, shape is used to create something entirely different. Here we have a number of shapes that appear to be scattered in no particular order. We can see what looks like positive and negative spaces along with other shapes. Its appearance is random and all the shapes seem to blend into each other. There is nothing legible here that stands out, only an overall look and feel. Here, shape is being used to create a surface image texture. So in this last example, unlike the randomness of the image texture, here we have what looks like a regular repeating sequence of shape. This is similar to the image texture in that nothing particular stands out. Here, shape is being used to create a surface pattern texture. So shape is what makes up the foundation of any composition. A layout can be simple, made of one or few shapes, or complex, made by groups of many individual shapes. In design, shape can be used in many ways. It's how they are arranged that determines the visual outcome. When creating a composition, you must always consider how the visual elements of your design are creating shapes, how the shapes interact and work together to present and communicate the intended message. So that is the third key visual element in graphic design. Well, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, hit the like button on my Facebook page. If you'd like to see more videos like this in future, hit the subscribe button. And you can also follow me on Twitter @TastyTuts. So the next key visual element is texture. In this video, I touched on how shape can be used to create texture. In the next video, I'm going to talk in more depth about texture as a visual element in graphic design. So see you in the next video.